What you gonna do? Number one, number two.
Number two.
Shit. You ain't gonna drop no stinking loads here. Anybody drop a stinking load, it's gonna be me.
Mr. Mm-hmm.
Imagine it. Opening night on Broadway. The house lights go down, the curtain rises, not on a glittering skyline or a magical kingdom, but on a single modest South Central porch. Two guys are sitting there passing something that's very clearly not a prop cigarette. The audience starts laughing immediately because they know what's up. Craig just got fired, Smokey owes Big Worm $200, and that porch will be the nexus of fate for every character for the next 2 hours. That's the pitch. Friday, Ice Cube and Chris Tucker's 1995 cult comedy turned into a straight stage play, or even better,
Craig, ain't like you got shit to do tomorrow. You don't have to go to work. Take a hit. I drink. I've been drinking. Man, stimulate your mind. You ain't got shit to do. Put it in your mouth. Shut up.
and before you hit pause and say,
What kind of shit is that?
Consider this. Broadway has already done comedies like Groundhog Day and Legally Blonde. So there. Today, we're taking this idea completely seriously. Mostly.
You playing with my emotions.
We're going to break down why the story arc is airtight, how every character hilariously personifies human virtues and vices, why certain scenes already play out like perfect little one-acts, and how the whole thing ends on an almost subversive positive message that hits different and Broadway audiences would eat up. I should warn you, I don't know a lot about theater and I had to look up a lot of stuff for this video, so some things may be wrong. That's just the way it is. But I'm betting 99% of you are like me, you like the movie, saw the thumbnail, and were like, oh, that looks interesting, so here we go. First things first, Friday obeys the ancient rules of classical theater. Aristotle would nod approvingly. Unity of time. Everything happens in one single Friday.
I wish you was sleeping right now. I'll knock you upside your head with a left hook, make your ass wake up and take out that damn trash.
Unity of place. Basically 1 block, 1 yard, 1 porch.
Get your ass up.
Oh, they was clowning you at work today, man.
Unity of action. Get the $200 or Big Worm makes sure you never see Saturday morning.
You know Craig? Craig got fired yesterday.
What the fuck that got to do with me?
It's the theatrical equivalent of a perfectly efficient set. 4 flats, some fake grass, a couple of props, and you're done. Low budget, high returns, good margins. Most movies sprawl across multiple cities and continents with endless location changes. Friday contracts everything down to one pressure cooker location. That's not a limitation, that's a feature. It's why the movie feels so intimate, so replayable, and why a stage version would feel right at home. Ice Cube himself has been texting Mike Epps about turning the whole franchise into a live touring stage play. Porch, neighborhood chaos, by Felicia energy, the works. A couple of fan sketches have already tried turning a few scenes into musical numbers, and the comment sections immediately lost their minds begging for a full version. The demand is clearly there. The structure is literally screaming for it. But why now? In a word, cream. That's right. It's got a classic structure, relatable humanity, entertaining scenes, it's adaptable, and has a good message.
Dollar bill, yo.
Now let's talk story arc, because this isn't just 2 guys smoke weed all day and quote lines at each other.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed is from the earth. God put this here for me and you.
It's a textbook 3-act comedy with a surprisingly tidy and positive moral at the end. Act 1. Craig gets fired on his day off, the classic inciting incident.
The word today is job. J-O-B.
Smokey shows up and drops a line that basically launches the entire movie.
Hey, I know you don't smoke weed. I know this.
The $200 debt to Big Worm is introduced.
Worm gonna end up fucking you up.
Big Worm ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, man.
The neighborhood parade begins. Everything still feels light, low stakes, typical. Act 2. The debt balloons. Deebo steals the exact $200 they finally scraped together.
You got about $200, huh, Deebo?
I got about $200.
Subplots slam into each other. Family arguments, jealous ex-girlfriends, Felicia mooching everything that isn't nailed down, the phone calls, the break-in, Stakes go up, tension builds. Act 3, the drive-by, the final confrontation. Craig choosing fists over the gun his father warned him about. Payoff.
Payback's a motherfucker, ain't it? Nigga.
Redemption. Curtain. And yes, Chekhov's gun is literally in the very first act. Early on, Craig pulls out a pistol like he's ready to ride on his enemies.
Man, where you get that from?
Your mama?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
His dad talks him out of it in a sincere, quiet, and grounded father-son scene. Later, when Deebo arrives and things are coming to a head, Craig has the gun, but chooses not to use it. It's a deliberate subversion that provides satisfaction and a genuine life lesson. Theater audiences love that shit. Probably. The message at the end manages to stay simple, subtle, and positive. Stand up for yourself and the ones you care about, even when it's easier to betray your own convictions or run and hide. Find a way to get out without a hit out. Smokey's final fourth wall wink
I was just bullshitting.
is the perfect ending. Hopeful without ever feeling preachy. Every major player is a hilarious exaggeration of a single human flaw, yet somehow still deeply lovable.
Now your father, he got game.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes.
That's pure gold for stage actors who love chewing scenery without turning into cartoons. Craig, played by Ice Cube, is the reluctant everyman, fired, broke, trying to do right in a world that keeps handing him reasons not to. That's just the way it is. He's the average Joe who slowly realizes he's a hero. He is us. Smokey, Chris Tucker in full chaos mode. Lazy, opportunistic, terrified of consequences, yet loyal to a fault. His manic energy is the comedy engine.
And man, I ain't been right ever since then.
Deebo isn't really a character so much as a force of nature. Like he's the pagan god of bullying who spends all day bench pressing refrigerators and stealing bikes just for fun. He exists to remind everyone that evil is real and powerful.
Oh, you want some of this too, old man? Huh?
No. Get off your ass and get in this car, boy.
Then there's the supporting cast. Each one a perfect little subplay on their own. Felicia, greedy and shameless, rolling up with,
I need to borrow your car right quick.
What kind of shit is that?
There's Craig's dad. If Smokey is the id, then Craig's dad, I guess, would be like a representation of Craig's superego. John Witherspoon was perfect in all these movies, by the way. And on stage, the character provides a framework for right versus wrong. Pastor Clever.
Look, she bending over. Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want. Excuse me, brother. Miss Parker!
Bernie Mac in full fire and brimstone mode. The hypocrite neighborhood preacher who cruises up right as Smokey is rolling a joint and instantly clocks the vibe.
Why don't you just give him a little bit for my cataract?
You didn't put in on this, man.
It's better to get a receipt, my brother.
Ezal is like the town fool or court jester in a medieval play. Chaotic good. Yes, he's a petty thief, but is not loyal to the forces of evil, like Deebo or Big Worm.
Hell on my back. All right, man.
All right, man, but look, between me and you, man, when you're done, I'll clean all that shit up for you for $2.
Red is humanity's appeal to reason and logic. He tries to avoid conflict and stay optimistic about life in the midst of Craig's series of unfortunate events.
I was tripping, man. You want me to ask for my bike back? You know I wouldn't trip. What bike?
He also shows the audience the cruel and harsh reality of a world where sometimes the best intentions are met with a fist to the face.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Dana is also the voice of reason, but has a pessimistic and cynical nature.
You need a job.
Debbie, the muse that inspires our hero. And Big Worm, the menace that stays off stage most of the production, but whose ominous presence is ever felt.
What you want?
What you got?
Boy, what the fuck you want?
Almost every character displays a unique negative trait.
Are you high?
Not you, Debbie, but are still fundamentally decent and good at heart.
Would you please stay off my freaking grass? Please! All right, man. Sorry. Thank you.
The audience roots for them because they're different versions of ourselves on a figurative Bad Friday. A stage version could let the actors lean all the way in. Think Clue energy, but with more...
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Certain scenes are practically self-contained one-acts already and are perfectly paced for live theater. Take the Felicia sequence. 3 characters, 1 porch, escalating absurdity, perfect button line.
Craig.
Bye, Felicia.
It's even already blocked. Entrance, escalation, exit, applause. Or the phone call montage where Craig is dodging everyone while Smokey loses his shit in the background.
You hear my phone ring?
Man, hell no!
Pure vaudeville. The bike stealing scene. The break-in at the house. The I got mind control over Deebo bit.
Man, I got mind control over Deebo. He be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet, but when he leave, I be talking again.
All physical comedy that would absolutely kill live with no green screen required. And the final brawl? The entire neighborhood cast converges on stage like a curtain call. No CGI necessary, just good lighting and one very committed actor playing unconscious on the stage. These vignettes breathe. They're the exact right length. A stage adaptation wouldn't have to cut anything. It could actually expand on the charm and let the audience live in the neighborhood a little bit longer than the movie ever could. Sure, there's a couple of challenges. The language is heavy.
You ain't showing me nothing new essay. Picoto, moroto, maceto, cominatos, shotos.
The tone is very 90s weed comedy. The real trick is capturing that specific South Central affection without sliding into caricature.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh.
But with Ice Cube involved as a producer and consultant, that's easy. The movie already treated every character with genuine love. Friday isn't just a movie. It's a neighborhood play that got professionally filmed. The arc is tight, the characters are human, and the laughs are on your lap at all times. And the message, that you can choose better even on the worst Friday, lands clean and hopeful. Broadway needs more stories like this. Funny, specific, and sneakily uplifting. So, Ice Cube, Mike Epps, producers, whoever's listening, let's put this porch on stage. So go rewatch the original. And the best quote in the comments gets all the pig's feet.
I love pig feet.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Go on, you can do it. Put your back into it.
I want 150,000. But we can settle out of court right now for $20.
Man, get your punk ass up.